Good afternoon, everyone. It's Hanifa Menon from hearthealthbrainhealth.com, encouraging healthy grieving and mindful actions. Today, I wanted to talk about the healing power of silence. And silence, so interesting that I've been talking about communication as so important, and communication is as important as silence. And you know that it's between the spaces of communication that we hear silence, and it's in between the spaces of silence that we hear communication. So today I thought I'd start with this quotation to talk about silence, and it's by Paramahansa Yogananda, and it says, "Through the portals of silence, the healing sun of wisdom and peace will shine upon you." Oh, I feel that I had a wonderful experience of this just recently, obviously, when I was getting through my healing phase of my time here in terms of my own health concerns that came up here. And I was silent in most of my time in my healing. And you know, there's such a beautiful space of healing that does happen in that silence. And any of us that have been sick with anything, from whether a basic cold or a physical injury like a broken leg or arm or whiplash or anything, and sometimes even emotional wounds, silence is so incredibly healing if we will truly silence our minds. And I do know that thankfully, when we're not feeling well, oftentimes our body almost takes over for us and says, I need time to heal, and so does create that space of silence. Now, sometimes I know that in my busiest working days, my mind would have been filled with, oh my gosh, I should be seeing these clients, and I've got these many bills to pay, and I've got this to do, and I should be out of bed. And here in Bali, as I've been healing, I can see I didn't have any of those concerns or thoughts, or thankfully, I was not lost in those thoughts, which also take up space and fill up some of that silence that is incredibly healing. So then I came across this wonderful quote today, which I thought I'd share with you, and this one is by Pico Iyer, and it says, "Silence is something more than just a pause. It is that enchanted place where space is cleared and time is stayed and the horizon itself expands. In silence, we often say we can hear ourselves think, but what is truer to say is that in silence, we can hear ourselves not think. In silence, we might better say we can hear someone else think. We can hear someone else think." And it's so interesting because in this space, you know that this would be a very similar space to meditation, that someone else, one could call it our higher selves, like we could call it God, we could call it the universe, we could call it truth that's speaking, that we hear. And we do hear it because when we've got silence, there is that space to hear. Now, the other thing that can come up in those silent moments for a lot of people is fear or concern. So why haven't I heard from this person? I want to speak with this person, and why isn't that person calling me? Have I done something not right, or should I be calling them? And all of those thoughts can take up a lot of space. And a lot of times it's because of someone not understanding themselves and recognizing and valuing who they are, that in silence there's nothing lost in terms of that value. But if we ourselves don't have that value for ourselves, we feel like something is lost, some connection is lost, some communication is lost, something is lost, and really we're gaining space for healing, for wisdom, for truth to pour through us if we're listening. And then finally, I thought I'd finish with this quotation, which I thought was just a great recommendation for all of us. It's by Dudinsky, and it says, "Find a moment of stillness. Give your heart a chance to tell you where you really need to be." Give your heart a chance to tell you where you really need to be, because most of us have many places that our minds think we need to be. So, for example, my mind would have thought I need to be with a client, I need to be at work, I need to be in this space for healing time, and that's not true. And if I listen to my heart, it's like I need to be here to rest. That's all. It's as simple as that. And sometimes it's about, we're very healthy and we've got silence, and in that silence, if we really appreciate and value silence, we can hear our heart speak about, this is where you need to be in terms of whether it's helping someone else, whether it's a prayer, whether it's meditation, whether it's appreciating nature around us. All of these things are places that we need to be. And to spend just a little moment, a moment of stillness, to understand ourselves and our own heart and our own heart's wishes and our own journey is a beautiful, beautiful experience. And I wish that for all of us today. I wish you a fantastic moment or moments or days or months or your lifetime of stillness in understanding and hearing your heart to speak to you, which is telling you where you need to be. Have a fantastic day or night ahead, and remember, transform your mind and transform your life. Have a great day, everyone.